A few words about Dona Mariana. Upon returning from her own village back to Tela, she and her sister made a living by baking and selling bread. However, Dona Mariana continued to be very active in the spiritual side. She was a great help to my wife in many, many ways. She was wonderful in the Sunday school and also in the daily vacation Bible school. Of course, she was active amongst the sisters and was a wonderful help in the sisters' missionary meetings held in many parts of the North Coast. She became a favorite amongst the sisters in many places and was indeed a wonderful help. However, soon she remarried, and she married one of the national workers. She was a wonderful help to this worker and went to live in the village of San Juan Pueblo, which is not so very far from Tela. There, of course, she began work amongst the children, and very soon there was a little gospel meeting in her home. And as time went on, God saved some souls, and a little assembly was formed. However, she had a great heart for those who had received Christ as their Saviour and tried to keep track as to where they lived. Now, we mentioned before Don Salvador. He was one, along with Don Pancho and another brother, who cut the wood for our home. However, he got a little cold in heart. There was not much work, and he and his wife and children went to live in the mountainside. There they could get a little living out of sowing their own corn and beans. But he hadn't been heard for a long, long time. My wife was very anxious about him, where he could be, what he was doing, and what condition he was in. So it preyed upon her mind so much that she and Dona Mariana left to go and look for him. They were told it was a long way. It was a difficult road. It was a dangerous road. However, nothing like that would daunt them. They started off very early one morning, and up the mountain they went. Now, those paths at times were a little difficult to keep on. And as you travel along, you watch for three things. Smoke. That would tell you there's a little house nearby. A rooster crowing. A dog barking. That would all indicate there was some sign of civilization. However, they got to the place at last. They found him, not in very good circumstances. He became cold in heart, as he did not have fellowship with other believers. However, he was wonderfully pleased to see them. Why? Why did you come up here? Why did you come all this way? He asked my wife. We came up here to look for you, to see how you were and your family. With that, he burst out crying. You came to see me? Yes, we came to see you. After some little time in conversation, they convinced him that he'd be better to come down to the village of San Juan village, which he did. And there, at that time, they were looking, or rather, they were about to build a little gospel hall. So he got busy cutting the wood for that place, and he became quite a help in the work there. And we must leave now and say that Dona Mariana kept on for some considerable time there. However, she developed a disease that very soon indeed, brought her to her deathbed. And at last we had to say farewell to Dona Mariana. Many more things could be said about her, but we've given a little outline of how the Lord spoke to her, saved her, and used her while she was still down here on earth.